You are a horrible flyer and you're falling all wrong. How's it going? I'm Coach Zoe. This is Evergy Plaza in Topeka, Kansas, and today we're going to talk about how you should be falling as a flyer. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing that we need to talk about is the brain. Okay, all of us have one: flyers, base, back spot, main base, side base. And all of our brains act similarly unless we train them. So the first thing we need to understand is when we're falling and you as a flyer panic, here's what that does. If you allow your brain to panic, it makes you stretch your body out and it makes you reach for the floor. Here's why that's hurtful. If you're reaching for the floor with your hands, how are we supposed to spot you? As a base, we're gonna feel like you're trying to hit us in the face with your hands, and then our brains are gonna panic and we're gonna wanna pull away. So now you're reaching to the floor and nobody's reaching for you, you're gonna find the floor. Secondly, physics. We have to understand that it's easier to catch one basketball than it is to catch two golf balls. What does that mean? When you're in one piece as a flyer, it's a lot easier for us as bases to go get you from the sky, cover you, wrap you in our warm embrace, and set you down, okay? But when you panic, you let your body come apart, your hand, arms go this way, arm goes that way, leg goes that way. Well, now you're in 5 separate pieces: 2 arms, 2 legs, and a body. So even if the side base catches one arm and the back spot catches one leg and the main base catches another arm, there's still your body, your head, and your other leg that's exposed to falling. If you fall in one piece, that's not an issue. Third, here's what we have to understand. This is why you're flying wrong. It's because you are trying to keep the stunt in the air. Imagine this. Imagine that I'm holding a bat in my hand, a wooden bat, and I'm trying to balance it. Do you think it's easier for me to balance the bat in my hand as I respond to where the bat is falling? Or do you think it would be easier for us to balance if I was responding to where the bat was falling and then the bat was responding to where I was correcting and then I was responding to where it corrected? Now it creates a never-ending cycle of correction. As a flyer, you need to hit a body position and stay in it. Whether that's a lib, a heel stretch, an arabesque, whatever your body position is, stay in that body position and stay tight in it. The bases underneath you can then adjust, even if it's wrong, can adjust to your positioning and fix it. But if we adjust to you and you're adjusting to us, then we have to readjust to you, making you readjust to us. And it's a never-ending cycle of readjustment. Stop it. Now here's another thing that flyers like to do. We like to land on our feet. We like to be in a lib and we'll jump out of the stunt because we feel like it's falling. We want to save ourselves. The problem with that is if we're holding your feet in the air, that means that we're grasping onto your feet. If you try to jump out of our hands, your body's gonna go, but your feet's gonna stay back. And now your feet are here, your body's there. You're gonna go face first because you're trying to save yourself. If you wanna be a flyer, if you wanna be a good flyer, if you wanna be a flyer that's a good teammate, then you have to trust that your bases are gonna catch you. Now, if your bases don't catch you, that's a different problem. But you don't get to add to that problem. So make sure that when we feel like we're falling, we don't jump out of their hands. We don't try to save ourselves by trying to land on our feet, because all that's going to do is force us to fall on our face. Next, if we jump out of our base's hands, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna push our base's arms away, hands and arms away from us as flyers. So the flyer is gonna fall forwards and the base's hands are gonna fly backwards. That means that we have to go back and then forward to save you. Add that to the fact that you're falling face first, we're never gonna get there. You're gonna eat the floor and you're gonna be mad at the world. You're never gonna wanna fly again. Here's what we know. We know that when we are falling, we cannot panic. We know that it's easier to catch one basketball than it is to catch 2 golf balls. We know that it's easier to balance a bat if the bat doesn't try to balance back. And we know that it's easier to catch a flyer when she doesn't jump out of our hands. So, how should a flyer fall? A flyer should fall in a hollow body position, arms at their side, legs together, toes pointed. Okay, whether we're falling forward, backwards, sideways, we need to be in this position. Okay, that's gonna, 1, because we didn't panic, our bases aren't gonna panic. 2, because we're in one piece, it's gonna be easier for our bases to grab that one piece and secure that one piece. And 3, it's gonna make it less dangerous. If you can do those things as a flyer, you will go from being a bad flyer to a good flyer. Hey, I hope this message helps you. Stay blessed by the best.